We did have a bit of a of a system failure here. A little bit of a crash, but we took care of it. We're good to go. Hopefully we'll be good to go for at least another half an hour. Hopefully another hour and get a good stream in. Last episode we crashed. Now we crashed and destroyed our rover. However, the restart actually put us at the save that was before that. But in fairness, I went ahead and destroyed it again. And we have the same amount of stuff that we had before. So I'm pretty sure it's about the same. So that leaves us with a quandary. What do we do? And I think the best thing to do in this circumstance is to build ourselves a flyer. Either that or we can just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth by flying with our suit, but I don't know. I'm of the mind to... Hey, look, the Gatling turret does have some ammo in this one. I have a mind to just, do it all at once. So, yeah. So, basically what we need to do is we're going to need to put a ship up here. But here's the problem. The only power source we have is the reactor to this thing. We don't... See, therein lies the challenge. Problem is that, well, the problem put simply is the fact that we don't have any power cells. And the only batteries we have is the battery that's on here, but the battery that's on here is large grid. I don't know that I could make a large grid flyer, and I don't know that I really want to, but we theoretically could, I suppose, set up a large grid flyer, but I mean, that would be a way to do it. I don't really... I mean, we could do that, I guess. Where's the battery at? I mean, I really hadn't considered wanting to do that, but... Yeah, alright, so where's the battery at around here? No... Inventory full. I get it. Inventory's full. We got a lot of crap. Well, we could do a large grid. I'm not sure how that would work, but we could give it a shot. I mean, where's the battery at? I know there's got to be a battery in here somewhere. I mean, it certainly would be a lot, I know there's a battery. Did we take the battery? I don't think we did. Pretty sure we did. Well, did we? I don't know. Let's find out. We might not have a battery in this. Let's take a look and see if we got a battery. We do. There is a battery. And it's got 4 days charge. Alright. Well, we need two side... It's going to be tricky. Because this thing here is what we need to lift. And we could put, we've got, let's see, we've got that on there right there. That's on there, and that's on there. So we could put thrusters here and over here on either side of this. That would work. This on the aft. Then up here, let's go ahead and take these down. I didn't really plan on having this be this kind of situation, but Actually, it's probably not a bad idea. We could turn this into a flying... The thing we can't destroy is the battery. So that's like the thing we've got to really kind of work this around. So we got to figure out where is... I know we went in there. I know we went into where the battery is. I just don't remember where it is in this style of ship. I don't remember. Battery over on this side? Well, this thing probably doesn't have... Yeah. See, the problem too is we're short on motors to make these really, really big ones. And a flat atmospheric thresher, I don't know. Aha! There's the battery right there. Alright, so that's where the battery is. Well, that means that is also not where we're going to put the thrusters. Oh, you sneaky little buggers, you. Alright, no problem. Oh, wow, 33 minutes till unclaimed. Okay. Well, we gotta decide. Are we gonna grab stuff and go, or are we gonna make a flyer out of this thing? We got 30 minutes to do it in, so we gotta decide. Got enough materials to do some stuff. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to put block here. Ah, crap. I forgot to do that, didn't I? Yes, I did. I forgot to do that. Doggone it. I hate it when I do that. I was cleaning it all up for the thing and I forgot to do that. Ah. You know what that means. I gotta go back to... This is like twice. So we're gonna go to this, and we're gonna go here, we're gonna go like that, then we're gonna go like this, and then we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna go like this. Now, let's go and see what we got here for movement. Alright, so we've got... That uses 110 motors. So if that uses 110 motors, we can get 4 of those for lift. And then we have these. We got one of these. And is there another one of these in here somewhere? Yeah, right here. So we got 2 of those. That's 2 of the 4 directions we need thrust to move. Looks like we got another one right here. So that's 3, and we need 1 more. Because this thing's going to give us about 400 of those that we're going to need motors. And we've got about 200 in there. We might be able to pull this off actually. maybe. Alright, so let's go ahead and get, let's get our light armor in place. Can we get a cockpit in place here? Let's go with, well, before we do the cockpit, we need to have a thing to set up to charge us. You know what we might be able to do? If we don't have enough for a cockpit, we might just drone this sucker up. Might be a way to do it. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but that might be the way to go with this, is to drone it. Or if we can get it flying, but here's the problem. We only have... I don't know if I can build this thing in 28 minutes. That's the trick. And, well, I don't know if I've got... yeah, I don't know. Down to a third of our oxygen reserve, I mean our hydrogen reserves too. And that's going to be lots of thrust to do it. And, oh, does the gyro in place? Do we even have a gyro? Is this thing even working? Well, it's functional. Alright. We have a functional gyro. So if we go with, let's go with control. Well, we'll have to, once we get this thing built, we'll have to claim it. Which is kind of, no. We can't convert it to carry it because that was one of the things I didn't want to do this turn, so. Alright, no problem. So it's a back and forth it is, and we'll just back and forth all the materials over there, and we'll figure out how to build our ship from there. So let's just do it. Let's just do our back and forth. Let's see, where's Bug Base? Yeah, we're just gonna fly back and forth because we can't really build something fresh here because we don't have any power unless we take away the power from the actual find, and that's not gonna work too well, so. And we don't have time to build a small grid from scratch that's gonna be capable of doing that. Well, we could probably pull it off, but I think it's just going to be more efficient and faster to get the essential components we need out of this over here as much as possible before it goes. I think that we can build something from the components that we have here and then go from there. I think that's going to be our smartest option at this point because honestly this is just going to be tough. I mean, oh yeah, that was smart. Let's just run into everything while we're at it. Look, I didn't die. Alright, and what do we got here? This is an inset connector. Okay, good. But right now, I need food to heal. So we're gonna take an apple. I really gotta find some organics. We'll do that after we get as much as we can from the, alright, so that's gonna help out a lot. Or maybe not. Good gravy. Alright. I hope that thing doesn't disappear before I can grab my material. Oh, yeah, they're gonna shoot him up. But here's what I'm thinking. We grab as much as we can, go back and forth. And we're paused because stuff's spawning. Of course it is. It's another spawning cycle coming up. Man, I can't believe we crashed our ship, and or not our ship, but our rover, and I should have just gone around. That was dumb trying to hackle the mountains like that with that thing. That thing is just too tricky for that. Alright, so let's go ahead and we're definitely gonna take this along with the Gatling ammo that was in it. And we're gonna hack this so that even if we don't... Oh, damn. I was hoping there was ice in there, but such was not to be. Alright. I wanted to be in a position where I don't have to constantly be hydrogening since I'm running low on that. Alright, let's get all the stuff that we can that's, you know, potentially going to be gone soon. Alright, so hopefully we can make it back in time before we run out of hydrogen. I'd really not like to take the walk through the spider town. Come on. Oh, this is gonna be close. This is gonna be so freaking close.
Fuel low.
Yep. And down we go.
Fuel critical.
Yep, I know. Okay, we'll drop those over. Grab a fresh couple. We're good to go. Alright. And we're gonna go ahead and use our first aid kit because this is ridiculous. And off we go again. And we'll just fly back and forth, and we'll just pick this stuff up as we go. Try to get as much as we can over before the expiration date hits. Alright, such as it is. Whoops, too high. Don't want to go too high. No escape velocity allowed with these things. Yeah, it's kind of a personal rule. No flying outside of the domain here. Hey, thanks for watching. Alright, let's go ahead and grab some more stuff that I can't make with my survival kit. And useful stuff. Alright, now, what do we got in here? It's tubes. I don't think I can make glass.
Energy low.
Yep, pipes. Gotta take the pipes. Lots and lots of pipes. Yep, I know. Ah, radio components. Another thing you can't get when you're out there. Alright, so... Okay, we'll drop that, 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 that. We'll grab those. Alright, let's see here. Alright, let's see what else we can grab here.
Energy critical.
Alright, energy critical. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's drop the stone. We can take the stone. We can get more stone. That's not a big deal. Oh, come on. And I don't know that we can make more grids, but I know we can make more of those. Alright, let's head on back. We got a full tank, so let's head back to Bug Base. And then we're going to have to sit down and charge up because we're down at 6 charge right now. And I think after this is done, we're going to try to see if we can get some sort of like organics off of here, but I don't know that we can. Without any dirt that we can utilize, we're not going to be able to be doing much for any kind of like hydroponics or anything, but hopefully there's some spots of organic over here where we see those little grasses. But I don't know. Alright. Coming down, coming down, coming down. Alright, so we're going to turn the corner. And let's offload this stuff here. Alright, and then we need to get a recharge, so the best place to recharge isn't sitting down, ironically. I think the fastest place to lay down. So we'll lay down, we'll get a recharge, we'll go back into it again, we'll zip back over. Hopefully we can get a couple more trips in and get some more of the materials that we can't make with the with the assembler, which is basically pipes. We gotta find those out here and use what we can, which means we'll probably, we'll try to make a flyer that can get us around. Something with a few guns on it that can land and take care of bugs, and then we can load it up and then fly back. I don't know that we can do. I wish we could do hydrogen. I really do. But we're gonna need a spot for ice to gather ice. That's another trick. So I'm thinking we're gonna have to do probably. We're gonna have to do like turbines, which means we're gonna need something more than a reactor. But I don't know. I mean, we could do large grid if we can bring that stupid battery back if we find one. But I don't know. It's like I really want to find the muskrat, but I don't know where the muskrat went. So it's like, where is the muskrat? Because if I can find the muskrat, hopefully its battery's intact, or maybe we can find some sort of small grid, something that's got a battery out here that we could salvage even would be good, but I don't know, we'll see. This here is not going to be hanging out for much longer, so I really need the grids on this thing. And the tubes. Alright, cool. Alright, so we're going to go up here, we're going to see, do we have... No. But how much time do we have? We've got 16 minutes. Alright, let's go up here. And let's zoom down here and grab this. Alright. Okay. What do we got? We got steel plates. Let's drop it. Because I'd rather get the the tube that I couldn't take. Okay, well, fine. Alright, well, I guess we're full. Alright. Yep, 3981. We're definitely full. Alright, let's head back. I think we can probably, it's 16 minutes. I figure it takes about 4 minutes to do a round trip. So we should be able to get quite a bit more out of here. But like I said, the focus on this salvage is everything that you can't make with the survival kit. So we have to make sure we leave enough time to get the reactor out of there, because reactor components are not something we can make. And so that's why it was such a big deal to lose that one vehicle, because that vehicle had reactor, you know. And we may end up having to make a small grid ship to get off this planet to get back up to our vessel. So we'll have to see. But we're going to need a lot of motors if we're going to do the other. Ow. But by doing this kind of salvage, we got a lot more options to build. It's not my usual salvage rules. My usual salvage rules is basically you can only find and work grids that you find with the chips, the computer chips. But in this case, with this kind of challenge, we don't have to do that. But we do have to, you know, there's certain materials we need if we're going to build anything that the assembler needs. Then there we go. Now the assembler can build us with these rules in place. The only thing it can't build is components. So basically it's a fabricator of tools, which is absolutely okay. I think that's a really cool way to go. I'm excited to play it that way. So okay, that doesn't have anything we don't need. Alright, this does though. Alright, cool. Alright, and then let's see here. This has motors and stuff in it, okay. How much despawn time? 13, okay. We're going to oh man, this is gonna be tricky as hell. Yep. Whoa! Alright, good. Keep getting them. Alright, that doesn't have any in it. Okay. That does, though. Let's drop the metal. We want those large pipes. Let's see, does that as glass, small tubes, and large tubes, and small tubes, and that's got small steel tubes too. Okay, good. And that has large steel tubes. Alright, that does, let's see, that's got, okay. Alright, so I think I got everything that is alright, cool. How much time left? Oh wow, that's I need those grids. Alright, we have 11 minutes, so let's go ahead and take as much as we can back. And on the next trip, we're going to take that reactor. And then we'll try to get those grids off of those heavy equipment things, you know, the heavy deals. And then we're going to try to take the large container as much as possible off of that. And then if we get another bit of a trip, we'll come back and we'll pick up what's in the temporary case. But I think the temporary case will probably be gone by then, but you know, we'll do the best we can. We do need to get our hydrogen back up again, so you know, it's one of those things. And we'll work on that, that, is it even there anymore? I don't know. We have the components to start power and all that other stuff, so. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this in place. Alright, and up and over we go. And down we come. Yeah, without this jetpack, I wouldn't last 2 seconds on this planet. I'm about 110% positive of that. Because those bugs aren't incessant, they don't stop. Alright, so this is going to have to go first. Only 2? Wow. Alright, well it takes care of that. Now let's try to get the grids off of that. And then this has also got grids, so we'll take that. That's standard, okay. Alright, so we got all the grids off of those. That leaves this has got grids, and we have only 8 minutes left, so we're going to go ahead and clear this out of here. And we're going to empty out as much as I can get out of here. Alright. Okay. Oh, no. Alright, guys. It looks like we've got a bit of an internet issue. So, I don't know. It says connection quality current not sufficient to broadcast. So, I'm not sure if it's going to continue to broadcast. They're having an issue. So, hopefully this resolves itself quickly. And we can be okay. We got 8 minutes. 8 minutes to get as much as we can out before it despawns. So we'll do this one first, and then we're gonna grind down to maximum. Just like start grinding stuff like crazy, because then you get all the extra pieces, and then you can just kind of fly over and pick them up. Try to grind down as much as possible. We're not going to be able to capture the battery or anything like that. And I don't even think I'm going to mess with the battery. There really isn't anything of really critical importance in it. The rest of it's just all pieces parts, which we'll take. And should grind up pretty quick. Alright, so let's go ahead and hop down here. Yep, I know it hurts. Alright, let's go ahead and drop this. I think what I'll do too is I think on this trip we're gonna grab as much as we can out of the other. Once we reach down to like 4 minutes, we're gonna start grinding everything we can. Once we get to the 4-minute marker, it'll take us a couple minutes to keep grinding until it disappears. Wow, nice. That worked out nicely, didn't it? Alright, so what do we got that we want to take? This has stuff we want. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the antenna off when we come back. And then the second, well, if we take the antenna off, we're going to grind it all the way down. But first, I think we need to get we'll get the large container first, then we'll grind down the antenna second. Then we'll start just grinding through the ship. As I need those radio components for the antenna here. Because once we finish that, we're good. And we can't make radio components. So it occurs to me that that is a critical item. But we also need it to know where we're at. So it's kind of this double-edged sword. So we kind of need it, but then, you know, kind of one of those deals.
Energy low.
Whoa, slow down. Alright. We're going to use a power kit because I don't want to waste time. We've only got a few minutes left before that goes away, and I want to get those. I got to get those radio components. I mean, that's just all there is to it. That's like, those things are super critical, and they're going to load me up. So we do that. We're going to cut through the whole thing like a maniac and just rip up everything we can. So I want to get grids off of that other, and I mean, we still have to do a little sweep around the area to see if we can find any of the others. I don't know where the others are, but it's worth a sweep, you know. I'd rather do it in a ship, though, honestly. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and... Alright, inventory full, and we despawn. Okay, we'll head back. We'll use another power thing so that I don't lose that. We'll restore our hydrogen, and then we'll come back and pick up components. Hopefully they haven't despawned when that thing despawns, because that would suck. I've seen it happen before, but it generally doesn't. We'll kind of have a pretty good visual of what that area looks like without the device, without the antenna, so that's going to be really good. That's going to allow us to be able to come back. Let's get these components over here so we can go ahead and do some work on the base after this and see about getting a flyer constructed of some kind. That would be great. Since we have the components to build a reactor, let's go ahead and get ourselves, we're going to go ahead and hit that. Let's drop that and drop this. Pick up those two. And off we go again. Now this is not going to require as much energy because we're not going to be grinding, because this thing is probably going to be gone by now. I mean, I could be wrong. It might still be there. We might have been quick enough to be able to turn around and come back, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be gone. So we're going to need to go ahead and just start doing a pickup, which hopefully does not involve a bunch of spiders, because that sucks when you're trying to pick stuff up and those guys are running around like lunatics. Especially since they're hungry and they like to eat us. Okay, well there we are, and we're still there. Nice. Okay, well let's, whoa, what do we got here? Oh, okay. How much time left? Oh, 34 minutes. Well, that's alright. We'll just pick up as much as we can and just start grinding more stuff down.
Inventory full.
Alright, no problem. Okay, well that's fun. Alright, so that's our pieces parts. Let's go back. Anything here that's absolutely critical? What's that? Nope. Alright, we'll come back for that later. It despawned. That's good, I guess. It just means that we're going to come back and get those parts. That'll give us some more materials to build with. And then we get that base finished, and then we'll get started on building ourselves a ship out of here. And then once we get the ship built, then we'll get back into orbit, and we'll link up with our other ship and proceed from there to the next planet where we need to establish a base. And then see about getting ourselves our little dish in place, and then we'll move on to the next one, and we'll do that until we get them all. And once we got them all, then we'll link them all up. But we got to have a pretty good power source, because it's going to need to be like maximum ability here, so we're going to need some serious power. But we'll get to that in a minute. First things first. Alright, let's go ahead and drop these. We need to get some energy, so we're going to run over here real quick and lay down. Okay. Okay, we're taking a rest. Actually, you know what? We're going to do something better. We're going to have a toilet moment. Because we really need to sit and do that. I'm going to get some water here while we're charging. And we'll get over there. And we're going to go ahead and get the rest of those components. Alright, let's do this. Off we go again. Yeah, ground-based transportation in this is just nuts. So we're going to be doing something aerial. But first we want to get the base built up with these components we got. And then we'll get something aerial that we can fly around with. I mean, we don't have a lot of Gatling ammo, unfortunately. But we need to find a magnesium source, and then we'll have plenty of Gatling ammo. And I think that's what that mine over there has plenty of, so we're going to get to it. Do some mining, get some materials built. Alright, let's come down into the valley. Alright. Uh-oh. The bugs will be back.
Inventory full.
Huh. Okay. So they come up, they get mad, they kill each other, and as long as you don't touch the ground, you're fine. Which means you gotta really watch your hydrogen on this planet before they get you. We're gonna pick up components. We got probably looks like another trip worth of components to get, and then we'll bring those back, and then we'll get to work on the base. And then I'm pretty sure, I think next episode we're actually gonna probably be thinking about going with getting ourselves a vehicle to get into space. I miss the muskrat, man. I miss it, but we're gonna have to make a new one. Yep, we're definitely gonna have to make a new one. Alright, so let's go ahead and get these in here. And then one more trip up and over. Then we'll get this base finished up. And then once the base is finished, like I said, we're gonna get everything off the planet. But we're gonna have to do searches because we're gonna need more antenna material, I'm pretty sure, but I don't know, we'll see. We'll see where we stand after we get the last of this stuff from Bugtown. But I tell you, I'll be happy when we're not on a planet where it's trying to eat you. I'm sorry, but this is just not my cup of tea, man. Not when I'm trying to focus, and then the last thing I need is... Okay, where is it? Did they despawn? Where are they? Did they eat them? Oh. Ah, there they are. Okay, so I think we got all the materials. We sure did. And they already ate their bodies, so... yeah. So let's go ahead and go this way. Let's go this way, and then we'll do a sweep and a circle. We're about 8 kilometers out, so let's do a zip around here real quick while or how are you doing on hydrogen? 93%, that's not bad. We got enough to refill. So let's go ahead and zip over the top here. We're coming around to Bug Base, but I want to take a circle route here to see if there's anything else, any structures or anything. Oh, you know what I should do? I think there's, let's see, I want to test a theory here. Can we like grind this down or anything? Use it for anything? No. We can grind it down, we can destroy it, but we don't get nothing. Okay, let's test the theory. Nope, it's all stone. Damn. I'm trying to find organics, but I just don't think this thing's got organics unless you count the spiders that, you know, that are around here. Let's see here. We're going to keep going over this way, looking for anything that's out the 4 clicks. Looking for anything that pops up, any kind of beacon, any kind of debris, any kind of ruined structure, anything at all, but I don't see anything at all. Okay. Huh. Is that organics? No, I don't think so, but let's see. I don't think so. I think this is actually just rock. Rock? Yep, stone. Okay. Alright, let's get back to Bug Base. I don't see anything out here worthwhile, so... Since that despawned, I'm always looking for some new spawn to pop up. That would be great. But it appears that is not what we're going to get today. It's okay, though. Alright, so that was a really good pull on things. So we're going to go ahead and drop these off in here, which gives that something to do. We're going to drop off this, replace it, and we do need to find some more ice at some point, though. And let's take stock. Okay, we've got almost 1,000 of those, almost 2,000 of those, several hundred of those. Yeah, I think we're doing pretty good. So we got 73 of this. So I think we need to get this up here done. So I think it's time to try to get the rest of this glass in place, get this sealed up, get this upper part taken care of. You know, get these construction component parts in place. This needs to get some stuff done. Yeah, there's a few things that need to be done. Alright. And we also need to make sure our guns are well stocked. And that is definitely a thing, so. What is... let's check the status of our weapon systems down there. Oh, we got plenty of ammo down there. I'm not going to worry about that. Alright, cool. But we do need organics, which means we're going to have to probably... I don't know. Well, we got enough... We could build a battery for a vehicle. And that's good. So we'll hold on to that. But right now I want to get... Let's get a couple of those. We're going to need some of that. Get some of those. And we're definitely going to need... Let's get 120 of those. I'll take the rest of that. Okay, cool. Up we go. Okay, first order of business. We're going to get this set up. Alright. Okay, so metal plates, girders, a lot of them. Steel plates, okay. Alright, well. You know what I think I'm going to have to do given the nature of the situation? I think we're going to have to turn these into steel plates. Only because it's just really hard to find what I need there. And then we can always change them over. Yeah, I think that's the best option here because we can get plenty of plates. Yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and equal out the color. Really? Alright, let's jump down here. And then we're gonna, oh, the girders are good. We want the girders because we need to put them up on the thing. We don't need that anymore. We don't need that. So, but we do need two, actually we'll go 400 of that because we'll use the other. And then, let's see. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, what is the deal? What's going on with the, why isn't that, refinery? What is it doing? That's off. Okay, we're gonna come up here. And we'll set this up with, plates. Alright, cool. Oh, you know what I could do, actually? No, I got a better plan. Now we'll use lights. That's what we'll do, we use lights. Yeah, there we go. We'll get some comps and use lights. Alright, we got our dish in place now. Nice. Let's go ahead and set up a second power deal. What do we got that's in the way? Alright. We'll have to elevate this up a little bit more and then do the power thing on it. That's okay. No problem. No problem, no problem. Alright. Alright.
Energy low.
Okay. Let's do construction components, and we're going to do a couple of those. Drop that, and we'll do a bunch of those. Alright, so let's go ahead and get these lights in place here. We also need to get roof access in place as well. Alright, now let's see here. Let's see if we can do a different kind of window. Something that requires a little bit less component glass. Alright, let's go down here to the large. I seem to, let's see, where is the large one here? I guess I could have put a regular window there, but this works fine. And then let's see here, we're going to go with light armor, and we're going to go to this ankle block here. Alright, so that should set us up just fine. And if I close this door, I don't get any air. Why? Oh, because the battery is... crap. Because there's a battery here, but I don't have any way of making power cells. So we're just going to go ahead. We're just going to take all the components for that and throw it in here because, honestly, we don't have the capability to have a power plant. So we might as well just block this in for now. And still, not airtight. Why? Why are we not airtight? I thought we were airtight. Oh wait, that's not. Let's get the light. Now we should be airtight. How are we not airtight? Okay, that's in place. What the hell, dude? Oh. Okay, that presents a bit of a problem. That's kind of a really big problem. Okay. Huh. Alright. Oh, this could not be good. This might be the end of the game. Because I don't have a... Oh, that's right. Dum-dum. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. 3, 2. Ah, yes. Good. Whew. Almost shot myself down there. If we wouldn't have gotten that power plant in place, I would have had no power, which means it would have been game over. Wow. Look how close I came to making this a toast series right there. Wow. I'm elevating up that area because I want to set up more power, more terminals, but I also want to move up the dish so it's got a higher level. And you know what I might actually do? We might put the dish on the actual top and put the turbines somewhere else, and we might want to actually set it up so that it's got like the capability to do other things like rotate and such. Maybe put that over here and then set it up on top of here on like, what if we did this? What if we set it up on, what if we took a, okay, I got an idea. This looks really cool. Let's do this. Let's set it up on that. Or something like it. Oh, you know what we could do? Oh, I have an idea. This is gonna look so cool. Let's do this. Definitely, we got those. Okay, we're definitely gonna need some of those. And then, yeah. Okay, so here's my idea. I have an idea. This is, we'll put the thing here, and we'll set up like stuff on top. So what I'm thinking is this. I'm thinking that we set it up with a terminal. Like this, right here. Right here. And then we set up, oh wait, before we do that, I want to do blue. I want it to be in a blue color. Do we have anything here with blue? Do we have any blue anything? I kind of wanted blue. Crap, we don't have blue. We've got black, we've got gray, and we've got yellow. Well, damn. Alright, well, we'll go with black. How about that? That'll do. That'll have to do. Alright, so. Like that. That. Go there. Go there. There. Go there. And go there. Okay. Alright, then what we're going to do, we'll do a rotor, and then we'll put a hinge on top. That way it gives it kind of like an actual feel like it's, you know, something. Pipes. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna put... Now I don't want to use pipes. We gotta save those pipes, so we're gonna have to cover this with... Alright, so now we take the dish and we put the dish on here. Now we can angle it, turn it, change it based on whatever we want to do. Alright, so we're going to go down here. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to get a proper antenna dish. And this is how we'll do every dish. We'll set it up with a little control station like this. This is really cool. This is going to be so nice. And we'll make this yellow once we get done. I don't know that it'll do a hazard yellow, but I think it would be really cool to paint some sort of hazard yellow. Maybe I'll leave this like a gray and then something like that. We'll do hazard yellow around it. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. What do you think? Hazard yellow? Probably around that. Yeah. There we go. I don't like that. Oh, that's better, yeah. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. And that allows us to also be able to put a thing here. Because we don't have any batteries, we're going to have to have multiple sources of power to keep everything going, so... And then we're going to go ahead and jump down here to the light armor. Which I'm actually going to keep this way because I kind of like the stripes. Alright, let's see, there's those right there. I can use this right there. 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 And there. And these don't require any kind of... They don't require the pipes, but they still act as a fence. And then in here, we're going to go ahead and change up the left screen. Put some content on there. We'll do images. Let's see, what do we got that looks good? I'll do graphs for sure. And then we're going to come way down to the bottom here. And we'll do power readout. These are from the sci-fi pack I added. And then we're going to go ahead and set up a 20-second change on that. And then on the right screen, we're going to put content, but we're going to put an app in there. And that's where we're going to put energy and hydrogen. That way we have an idea of what that is. And we're going to actually change background color to black. There we go. Got those in place. And then, yeah. So, you know, you come in, do your thing, whatever. And then I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to go up to... And we're going to go over to here. Where is the... No, I want to rotate the rotor. Probably have to do a turret controller would be my guess, most likely. Matter of fact, that's pretty much what we're going to have to do, actually. So probably I can't really do anything with that, but I could probably put a turret controller in front of it, I guess, because that's what I probably should have done. Yep. And unfortunately, when you put a turret controller in there, it blocks out that thing, so that's just kind of a waste. Oh well, it is what it is. We need detector components. Alright, did we take some? Yeah, we did take some. 1, 2, 20. And let's see here, what are we missing? Ah, these. Alright, up we go. Yeah, we gotta do a turret controller, unfortunately. Displays. Yeah, I should have just put a turret controller there from the beginning, and then I could have hooked it all up to the roof, but it is what it is. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the same thing we did before. Contents, text and images for the for that. We're going to do power readout, power readout, power. We'll do all of the power readouts, all 4 of them. We'll also run up here and go with that. Graph. Alright, cool. Now, where's the add selection? And interval change time, we're going to set the interval change time to there. Okay, cool. And then for the top right display, we'll do content, and that's where we're going to put the app for Energy and hydrogen. Or, well, weather? Yeah, we'll do weather. We'll do weather in that location. I'll leave the other ones alone. Okay, now. Azimuth rotor. Elevation rotor. Hinge. No camera. Alright, now we're going to control. And see, we're going to go ahead and do that. Rotate in place.
Energy below.
And there we go. Now we've got it angled properly. You know what it could do? We could set it to angle it at the sun if we had an antenna, some sort of like camera on it or something. But I don't know how we could get I don't think it could put a camera on this. Give it a try. I don't think it'll do it. That'd be so trippy though if we could. Now see, no, there's no way to put a camera on there. Unable to place camera. Yeah. What we'd have to do is take the dish off. We'd have to put a block in place that would run out this way with the camera attached to it. Maybe like an I-beam or something like that. But that works. That really does the job right there. I mean, I'm not going to complain. So we're going to go ahead and let's set a roof over this. Like right here. There we go. Good deal. Good deal, McNeil. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to burn some, we're going to burn a few pipes to do this. But I think it's good. I think it's important. Let's get some small steel tubes. And then we'll get this in place. Good. Now we have a way up to the top. We've got power capabilities. All right, let's go and check out our inside here. Are we airtight? We are. Outstanding. Now that is brilliant. We can take our... Listen, we can hear it. Oh, that's nice. Now see? That's what I call a nice situation. Oh yeah, that's good. That's real good. Okay guys, we did really good. I mean, this was brilliant. It was pretty awesome. We got everything set up. Got the base looking good. We got a lot done. I really need to Oh, wait a minute. Does that use up... Oh, wait. I don't want to waste ice. So let's see if this does what I think it does. Yeah, see, good. It doesn't even use ice. Alright, so let's go ahead and make sure it doesn't use ice. Put that back in there, 192. Venting. Back in. Alright, that is golden. So it's pulling air out of the other, that's nice. Okay, let's go ahead and get this fixed up. We don't have to worry about an airlock because Alright. Well, this is brilliant. I like it. I like it a lot. So what I think we need to do, since we're going to go with a flyer next time, is I think, well, first of all, I want to get those, we need to get those, a lot of iron placed. Get that bottom part completely welded up. We need to finish that off and get the job done, you know? So we're going to go ahead and grab a whole ton of metal plates. We're going to jump down there and we're going to do some welding. Get these things welded all the way around. Okay. All right. I think that uses up all of our all of our steel plates with those heavy blocks, but I wanted some protection and extra support for a center post, so well, actually it'd be silly for me to do that. And look what happened. We ran out of juice even though. So, yeah. Although it might be nice actually probably to set up a ladder up here. It might be beneficial. I don't know, maybe. Or a door down here that has access to this part so that I can like go through. That might not be a bad idea, really. Set up a center post here or set it down to the ground. And do, yeah, actually I like that idea. I'm going to do an airlock door. Not that I think the bugs could fit through it, but it might not be a bad idea. So let's go ahead and set that up. What all are we gonna need to do that? Alright, to make a sliding hatch door. 40 steel plates, computers, displays, steel tubes, comps, okay. Bulletproof glass. So we're gonna need more steel plates. So we might as well get over to production. Hop over to Mr. Survival Kit. And make Make me 1,000 ingots. 1,000 deals. Put you to work, Mr. Survival Kit, because you are the survival kit. You're making this. You're making what we need. Oh, I have some already in the cargo terminal. So well, we'll need those plates anyway, so we'll just keep you working. So let's go ahead and grab that. 100 of those. 10 of those. 100 of those. Grab 100 of those. 10 of those. We'll go 20 of those. 30 of those. Make it 40. And we'll get a bunch of those. Okay, cool. Alright, let's go down here and make our sliding door access here. Now I have access on the ground, so that works out nicely. Okay, we'll get these blocks in place, and then that will allow me to have access all the way up, and then we'll have access down below too. Yeah. Even though I don't really need to mine down there anymore. So I could actually probably seal it up and just do a ladder all the way up, actually. Yeah, I really don't need to mine down this far, do I? Alright, let's go ahead and see about getting some more of this. Alright, so it's been making... Where is it? Where is that... Okay. Alright, we're gonna take all of this because we don't really need that. Ah, but I don't want those grids to go away because I got another purpose for those that doesn't involve putting them in the metal down there. So we're not gonna leave those there. We're gonna put those here. We're also going to drop that and that, and we're going to go over here and grab that. Then we're going to come over here, and we're going to take the rest of that. Bam, just like that. Alright, cool. Okay, we're going to get this one in place here. Did I ever connect this with that one? I don't think I did, no. But we don't really need this tunnel anymore, really, but it's here in case we do. So, we might as well just, you know... You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna actually take let's take 100 of these and 100, 200 of those, and we'll set up a like an interior block on the bottom. Seal off that hole down there. We don't really need to do much more with that, so we're going to seal it off. And if we need to get into it, we can, but I don't think we will because we have that other location. Actually, you know what? We'll actually seal it right here. How about that? And then we'll go up this side right here. So let's see about getting a ladder in place here. And then we're gonna go with, I think we could do girder ladder. That would look kind of cool. Like a scaffold ladder. Oh wow, that uses 30 small tubes. How much does the regular ladder? That uses 10. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the regular ladder. I'm too cheap with these things. Way too cheap. Let's get 30. Let's get 30 of those pipes and call it good. And then we're gonna go put this right here. And let's go ahead and set that up there. Oh wait, we need steel plates. Okay, so let's run in here and grab some steel plates. Here we go. And then we're gonna go ahead and set that there. Alright, cool. And there we have our OSHA safety thing there so that we don't fall in the hole. We come over here and be like, oh, okay. Go ahead and seal off this block here. And there we go. How about that? And we'll seal this one off too. Almost. So the base is coming along. We don't have the landing platform set up yet, but we'll get there. But we've got the rest of this all set up and it's really nice. We got our little desk here, but we're gonna shift this desk over and we're gonna put this in a different location. Probably in front of the survival kit since we really don't need to do much with that. And then that way it'll free up a space for us to set up a little table so we can have some food. We've got our little kitchen here which gets us food. We've got a skylight here where we can see the stars, which is really nice. I'm gonna go ahead, oh wow, that's right, I can breathe. I always forget that. We'll turn off this so we can see we've got these nice overhead lights, provide plenty of lighting in here. We got these inset lights here. Those are really nice. I'd like to get more color in here, but we'll deal with that later. We have a little control seat here if we want to sit there and do control work. So yeah, and then we've got our first plant in this region. So yeah, that's a thing. And then this thing here, well, we don't really have to have this here. We'll clear that out and redo the bottom. We'll clear this one out too, but for now, this is looking really good. I think we got a really good base setup, everybody. I think it's nice that we got our antenna dish in place. That's really huge. That's really like a big deal because, you know, it's how it is. You know, it's tricky. So what I'm gonna do actually is I'm thinking I'm gonna set up like some sort of, I want to set up some lighting down there or something. Oh wow, that's a hell of a hole down there. All right. Yeah. Oh, spotlights. Oh yeah, that's another thing I wanted to do. I wanted to set up spotlights, and I wanted to put them on the underside here, opposite those guns, so that they spot the bugs when it shows up. So let's do that. I think it would be really cool to have this kind of spotlight set up. Here we are, searchlights. What do we need? We need steel plates and large steel tubes, all that stuff. But I think it'd still be really cool. Have spotlights searching underneath there, looking for those stupid things. Okay, so we've got the pipes. We need to get the steel. Where is the? I'm looking for the survival kit on here. There it is. All right, so we got the steel. Pipes, we're going to need motors, so we'll grab 10 of those. Grab 10 displays, just in case. Grab 20 of those things there. Okay, cool. So let's do this. Let's get these things set up. Where are we going to put them? We're going to put one right here. Actually, you know what we're going to do? Let's put them on the actual... Yeah, we'll put them right here. We'll put them... Uh-oh. Alright. Alright. Screaming memes, I swear. Nah, that's not a good spot for them. No, we want them somewhere where they can be out and like able to like spot from above. Like, I don't know, maybe put one right on the outside of here. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. I like this spot.
Energy low.
Yep, I know. And let's see. Let's put one on this side here, and we'll put it on a post right here, and we'll put another one on a post right here. Or actually, you know what we'll do? We're gonna go with a light armor block angled right here. And then we're gonna put one on here. Perfect. All right. Well, I think we got a pretty good advancement. Once I finish this off, we're going to go ahead and call it an episode. But I'm just so excited by all the stuff we got done. So many cool things. Get some more lighting in place too. That's something else we need to do. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over here and we're going to check out these spotlights. Let's see, searchlights. Okay, so we do have idle movement. Target meteors, small ships, large ships, characters, stations. Not going to target. Not going to target stations. Target neutrals though. Enable target locking. Okay. Alright, and we're definitely going to go keep with the white. I like that for what it is. Aiming radius is 80. Outstanding. Alright, it gives us nice bright light. See, here we go. And so let's go ahead and back it up and take a look and see what it looks like. Yeah, see, there we go. We got these spotlights going on. Oh, I like that. So let's go ahead and hop down here and do some more. So what we're going to do is we're going to... Yeah. I like that. Alright, so we're gonna get some, we need to get some lighting on this too. But before we do that, we're going to not have an OSHA incident and fall in the hole, and instead we're gonna have a sit down. Alright, so let's see. Yep, see? Spotlighted the bugs. I like that. See? They can target them, they can shine on them, and then the guns have a better chance of shooting at them. That's outstanding. Alright, but we still have some more lighting we need to do. I still want to get some lighting on here. Not quite done and ready yet, so we're gonna go with some lighting here. There we go. All right. we go. Okay. Now, as far as this is concerned, put a light there, and put a light there. Okay. Got some lighting on there, that's good. Okay, that goes on the bottom. I don't want it at the bottom, I want it on the top. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna put... Yeah, we have to put it there. Alright, well, that's how it is, and it's, you know, one of those things. Alright, let's go ahead and finish that off. Alright, I think we got some pretty good lighting in place. We gotta do some lighting on this side too. Perfect. Now that looks nice. Look at that, guys. Nice. I like this. This is really good. This is definitely a happy place. Yep. Definitely good. Alright, so we're gonna also put more of those panels up, which means we're gonna need more of those plates. Yep, death to the bugs. Alright, so let's get more of those panels in place. And then we'll, I think... Yep, that's good. And then over here, we'll set those up as well. Perfect. Alright. I like it. I think it looks really good. I think we've got a really good base in place. We've got access to a couple of different locations. We've got our antenna dish in place. We've got power. We've got lighting. We've got ground force deterrence. Now we just need to have... Oh yes, that's the other thing. We need a meteor gun up here. So let's top it off with something that's going to shoot down those stupid rocks before they hit us. Weapons, there you are. Now we could do it there, but I was thinking, what if we did it here? One there, and one here. And that would definitely cover all the meteors and stuff like that. We just keep it so that it doesn't hit ground forces, so it's not wasting ammo on those bugs, because honestly you don't need to. So let's go ahead and get some pipes and we'll finish that off too. Let's see, do we have any ammo for those, or is all the ammo tied up downstairs? We have 2 rounds of this ammo here, and that's it. Alright, so that is one thing that we can do with the assembler. We can't do components, but we can do munitions. So let's get that started. And by the way, since we're doing it no components, these can't be there. And no disassembling anything either. So whatever we built previously, that's okay. So let's go ahead and do 100 of these. Cool. Alright, so let's go ahead and get up there and get these set up. These will go after small grid ships and meteors. They are not going after characters, which means they probably won't go after the bugs, because we have ground-based ones for that. So meteors, small ships, not large ships, not characters. And let's do you as well. And turret 4, you're also relegated to small ships and meteors. You're not to go after the large stuff, and the bugs. So let's go ahead and put 3 in there. Just to keep the situation going well for the other. Alright. Okay, well, I think we did a pretty good job this episode. I think we're going to go ahead and call it a night. Look at that amazing, amazing deal. You know what we're going to do? I am going to take a screen capture of this because it looks really cool. Yeah, that's a nice base. Oh yeah, look at that. That's just amazing. Alright guys, I think we did good with this episode. We're going to go ahead and check you next time. I'm going to hop inside of here. And this time, we're going to drop our stuff off inside of here. Or, well, I was. Apparently that it's too full, so that's okay. And we're going to crash. We're hitting the sleep button here. Yep. Alright. We'll see you next time on Space Engineers. Thank you so much for joining me, and you know the deal. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I'll see you next time.